As life is lived, some folks have it easy, and some have it hard. To a lot of people, though, life seemed like nothing more than one long dream. The good book says, God helps those who help themselves. But when you're young, you don't pay much attention to that. My own story started on October 30th, 1920, in a little four-room house about a mile west of Concordia, Kansas. Just clapboard and tar paper set out on the open prairie. Dirt roads, coyotes howling at night, and the wind cutting straight through the walls every winter. I went to the school in town, a big red brick building that stood there proud for years until they finally tore it down. I wasn't much for book learning. Quit before the 8th grade. After that, it was odd jobs, chopping cotton, hauling hay, whatever paid a few cents. Money was awful hard to come by in those days. Going was tough, and with idle hands, trouble isn't too hard to find. So one day I just up and left home. Caught a ride south to Oklahoma to stay with my sister, Clara Brees. They lived in a little pine lumber house south of Caw City, built out of rough boards and not one lick of siding to shut out the weather. When the northers blew, that house shook like it was fixing to leave the ground. I was still just a young man, working wherever work could be found, trying to make a little pocket change. That was the time President Roosevelt started the CCC camps for boys, and by luck, they took girls for a while too. I gathered up everything I owned, got a ride, and ended up at a camp on what folks called the 101 Ranch, 9 miles outside Ponca City, right on the banks of the Salt Fork River. Low, flat country with big white buildings, a White House, general store, cafeteria, blacksmith shop, mule barn, horse barn, dairy barn, round barn for train and show stock, and rodeo grounds east of Highway 77. The last owner had been Mr. Z. Miller. His Wild West show toured Europe and England. Will Rogers, Gene Autry, 100 others got their start right there. I met boys I'd meet again years later. Maurice Minner, Herschel Tipton, Noah Boone. The camp shut down. Work got a little easier to find, and I drifted back to my sister's place. They'd moved into Caw City by then. I got a job with a dairy, paid nothing but room and board, no clothes, no spending money. Left there, worked north of town for the same deal, then for a farmer. Things were the same as before. Finally, I gathered up what little money I had, packed my things, and went home again. The town hadn't changed much. No industry, no jobs, no opportunity left. Radio news was talking war, but to a young fellow it didn't mean too much yet. That old wandering fire was still burning in my bones. So I left home once more and headed to Omaha, Nebraska, to live with my brother and his wife, Irene. Got a laborer's job with a construction company, Pavin Farnham Street from 30th to 30th and 3rd at 45 cents an hour. Paying rent and buying a few groceries didn't leave much. One Sunday, we rented a canoe on Carter Lake. Turned over, came home soaked, had to pay for the hole we tore in the bottom. That was the fall of 1941. I had just turned 21 when the Japs bombed Pearl Harbor on December 7th. Everything changed that day.